hopefully it comes up. Okay, we do have a live, so I'm just gonna check here. Okay, we are live on YouTube. That's good.
Awesome.
All right, now I'll just double check on Twitch, just to make sure that you guys are seeing us on Twitch. Okay, we are streaming live on Twitch. That looks good. Okay, for the Up Team time, guys, welcome to the second/third Monday podcast. I'm your host Peter. As well, I'm joined with my co-host Rainier.
Hello.
So this is like, I guess for me it's the fourth time, but for Rainier it's probably like the second to third time. Yeah, second. So okay, it's the second. So I'm not wilding out. Maybe it's my third time. Like that's why. Okay, because apparently on YouTube, if you want to just click stream and let the stream start on YouTube, you have to click auto start when you set up the footage. So apologies, guys. Like I'm learning it as I go, so it's a testing phase for me. So for the next podcast with Rainier, I'll be sure to be prepared to click the auto start. Hopefully I'll be able to see you guys in chat if you guys chat on YouTube. I have both chats on Twitch and YouTube, so welcome to all those who are just dropping in. So basically what Rainier told us like before, I'm not gonna have him repeat it because like I don't want him to like repeat stuff, but he said he came back from a dentist appointment and he just got tired. That's why we were so unsure of whether the podcast was gonna happen. So but
Yeah.
we are here now, so hopefully you guys will enjoy our company, in addition to our input on things that we talk about today. So today's topic, like basically we think of topics like, just out of the blue. So the title of this, the thumbnail says like, where are we going? So it could be like in many things, like whether it be like stories in anime or like manga or manhwa, like whatever we discover in that and the artist part of the world, if I should say that, or like in life in general. So but yeah, I'm also like multi-streaming because I want to test my new fiber optic internet connection. So
Whoa, is it you never had fiber optics before?
I never had fiber before, so
No.
I thought I would put it to the test because like I actually looked at my download/upload speed.
And your upload, yeah, it should be good, yeah.
Both is like almost 950, so I'm like very happy about that.
What were you before that? Like in
I
Like
think
around,
before I was like 400 something for
Wow, so you
download
doubled.
and like 35 for upload.
Oh, but now your upload's from 35 to like 950.
Yeah, it's like not
That's
like
so
nine-
huge, yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge. So like basically we're just testing basically not only multi-streaming but also like how the stream holds up. So hopefully
Yeah.
you guys are having some good quality, crisp quality as much as I can muster.
Should be able to stream maybe like graphically intensive stuff as well, right? Like
Yeah, like
you don't have
basically
FPS frame problems.
yeah, but also I also want to make sure that basically because whenever I stream, the odds are that I would lose connection with stream. That's why I was so hesitant to do on YouTube, because whenever you lose connection with YouTube, you have to restart the stream like all over again, and you basically have to go into the categories and all that stuff. It's like kind of a mess when you do it through YouTube. But I thought we would just stream on YouTube for you guys, because not everybody goes on Twitch, and YouTube's algorithm is a lot better when it comes to like searching out content. So if you're joining us on YouTube, like type in the chat to let us know you're there, and we'll try to get to your comments as well as your awesome input. And I'm pretty sure that you guys are just very, very nice people. Hopefully the trolls won't invade us first. so here's hoping. So Rainier, is there anything on your mind to help us started on the topic of where are we going next?
Yeah, where are we going? Well, first of all, I would like to extend that question to our audience as well. If you guys can think of where are you going physically, for vacation,
Yeah.
or life in general, 5 years from now.
Oh yeah.
I'd be interested to hear.
Yeah, we want to hear all about all the stuff in your journey, even if the stuff is kind of like your the shortcomings that you face, because like
Mhm.
every journey is filled with like obstacles and sometimes failures, but that's not a bad thing because like with every failure you learn something, and no matter how hard the failure feels like and how humiliating it may be on your shoulders, I think there's always a chance for you to like look back at it and basically like, dang, like I made such a big deal out of like one simple lesson, and then I took that and just utilized it to my full advantage further down. It's like
Yeah.
we know that you guys are capable of stories like that.
Yeah, see, that's an interesting point about stories, because
Yeah.
that's the way I view like life. It's almost like we are writing our own novel, or we are, our own story.
Yeah, or our own movie
And
if you guys like movies. Like
yeah, exactly.
think of
And
yourself as your own movie or your own TV series or drama.
sometimes, your environment will make it, it will make the movie very action packed, or very depends, but a lot of it is in your control. You write
Right.
your own story,
Right.
and we all make decisions to like for betterment of our lives.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see like what kind of decisions people make in the pursuit of happiness and writing
Absolutely.
that story.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the thing of it is that when you do your own, when you make your own decisions and when you actually go your own path, and you're not sure where you're going to end up, sometimes that's like a little bit better because it leaves you kind of like in the present. And I think being in the present is much better than just like you anticipating the results of a future that you envision. It's good to envision it in your mind, but at the same time, I think it's like you got to leave room for surprises, and you got to leave room for
Yes,
the unexpected.
spontaneity is
Yeah, the
what-
spontaneity a little bit, because like it's like when you think about, oh, how did your parents meet, or how did you meet this particular friend, and did you think you would be friends with this person for a long time? And it's like, oh no, we just met and we just chatted, and then suddenly fate had it, we met again like probably a year later, and then we started talking and we actually became good friends after that. So the first meeting is sometimes not the thing that ties you two together. Maybe it's just like you guys are just meant to meet up again like later down the road, but you never know.
Mhm.
So it's like the first impressions left like like that one instant where you like, oh, I think I'm cool with this person, but then like maybe like weeks or maybe like a year later or something, you meet the same person. It's like, yo, I remember you.
Yeah,
And-
always kind of treat everyone with with kindness, because like
Yeah.
Peter's saying, you never know in the future what the future holds.
Yeah.
You coincidentally meet with someone, and or
Yeah.
you guys hit it off.
Yeah, like
I do feel like sometimes my perspective on like working is that like we get into routines, and the routines kind of like cloister us into our own little world, and sometimes we don't really venture out
right.
to socialize anymore. And even I get angst just doing that. If I like end up doing that, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm not really like communicating with the world out there.
Yeah.
Sure, like I could be coming home from work and I could do all this like stuff that you would do alone, like single player games, watching anime,
Yeah.
manga, which is nice. Of course, it's good. It's fun, but sometimes
Yeah.
like I personally spend a few, make sure that I'm going out there, venturing out to
Yeah.
like talk to people.
Yeah, because actually, like, it's funny you bring that up because I remember watching like one of the podcasts I watched. I think it was I don't remember the title of the podcast. I think they titled the podcast "CEOs of Tomorrow" or something
Okay.
like that. And the host, I think, was talking to. Do you know the YouTuber Dr. K?
The therapist, yeah.
Yeah, the therapist. I think the game therapist. I don't think it's the CEOs of Tomorrow. It could be something else, but it could be a different title of a different podcast. But yeah, like basically the host was like talking about like how basically men and women have like different dating dynamics, and like the reason why men seem like feels like they're not getting very far is because like every time when they try to make progress, it's based on like old advice, and the advice probably doesn't fit certain criteria of men that have different qualities that don't fit with that advice. Like and plus when with men, like you always hear the typical thing is like, oh it's not working out for you, maybe you got to try harder, you know, that type of I guess that type of reinforcement, because like I guess for men we're just taught to like, oh, if something's wrong and someone told you like good advice, you must be doing something wrong. It's not that the advice is not working out. Yeah.
I am curious to see what your take on this. I know you mentioned like, you know, the dating world still has like traditional ideas. Do you still think in this modern 2025 that like men have to be the first one to approach?
No.
In
my personal opinion,
there
no.
are women out there that like initiate the
first move.
The first move, exactly.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, it's an instant no. That's because I'm the type of, like, for me, I'm the type of man that is willing to wait for the woman to actually make the first move. Now, of course, like, I talk to my guy friends a lot, and they're like, good luck. They would give me that type of response, because it's like, yeah, it's nice that you want to wait for that one individual that will, like, walk up to you and say hi. I think you're interesting, but, I think it's because, like, you know, the old traditional way of thinking, like, most women would want the guy to ask them out, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it's like, whenever I try to make the first move, I put too much unnecessary pressure on myself, especially when I know that I attract, what the type of women I'm attracted to, they're still not the type of women that I probably should date.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting statement.
Because, like, for me, I was attracted to women that were very independent and very, I guess, very stubborn, in a way.
Okay.
And they were reflected of like friends that were the same way. Some like my guy friends that were like that. They were very stubborn. They were very competitive, and you know. But at the same time, like I felt like maybe that type isn't for me. But at the same time, like I'm still attracted to that particular type.
That's interesting. So you don't think you will end up dating some, you know, a woman that you're attracted to, essentially, right?
I think mainly for me, I still have to work on exactly like what type do I want to attract in that regard, because like I think for me it's like I am still attracted to like some, like there's nothing wrong with being competitive, but I noticed that the women that I get attracted to but get rejected by are women that are they're very independent. They're also very, very competitive, but they're also like somewhat insecure in some ways. They compare themselves to others a lot, and I realized that that's not probably something I should end up with. And the women that I dated in the past, they were all like pretty much like very shy and very reserved. So I feel as if that's something that's like telling me something. So for me,
so you think that your affinity is with the shy and reserved, even though you're attracted to someone.
I think it's because like I dated like the extreme of one end, but I'm attracted to the extreme of the other. So I think for me, it's like it's okay for me to be attracted to someone, but I feel like that's not the inkling I should follow. Because like, you know, for some men it's like, oh, I find this woman attractive, I should just walk up to her and say hi. For me, that doesn't bode well, because obviously like most men would probably say, oh, you just don't know how to talk to women. But at this and that's probably true, I admit that, and I'll laugh at that because like, yeah, that is true. But at the same time, whenever like men have to deal with like talking to someone they find attractive, it goes into this big pressuring state of mind where you're focused on the result of like, what's the result? You're hoping that this particular person will find you attractive and find you cute or interesting and keep talking to you, right? So for me, I feel as if the best way for me not to be focused on the result is just not to engage with it. And like when I think about it, when I hang out with my friends and they have friends, I'm able to just talk to their friends as if I was just talking to my best friends, and I don't have to worry about trying to press anybody. I don't have to worry about trying to show that I have this particular quality and all that stuff. So, and I noticed that I think if push comes to shove, like with like the universe and time, it's like the right one will look at my qualities and find them like either attractive or something interesting.
Right.
And for me, like I've grown to love being patient because like I met my ex, like this is like years ago, guys, so I'm old. I'm kidding. But like when I was like around like my late 20s, like I met my ex and she was attracted to me first, and she made it blatantly obvious like after I first met her. So
so it's not that she made the first move, is that like she made it easy for you?
Yeah, she made it easy to communicate like her interests, like because obviously she like asked for my number. She hoped that I would be able to. I hope she was wondering if I would be able to see her on this particular date, which is basically her birthday, with friends, of course. So I was able to like have I was able to go to her birthday dinner, and then we went on our first date, and that was history. And
if I may ask, I don't know if you're willing to share the details. Is this online or someone you met like in physical?
I met through a friend actually, which is very interesting. Yeah, I met because obviously like my best friend was friends with another person that I knew from college, and apparently she was celebrating her birthday at Red Lobster. So we decided to go because obviously we knew this person from school. So we decided to hang out with them, and then they had a lot of friends with them, and some of them were pretty cool, and like one of them was actually my ex. And
interesting. So it's like a social event that you.
Yeah, it was a social event that I happened to meet, and actually I met both my exes like through, like one I met one of them. I met my first one at an anime club. She wasn't into anime. I think it was like her siblings that were into it. And then I met my second ex like at a birthday dinner. So I don't know. Maybe that says something. Maybe I will meet my next. Yeah. Maybe I'll meet someone in my next social event. Who knows?
Yeah. Do you still go to social events?
I mean, I am going to a convention like next month.
Ooh, nice. I want to go to conventions too.
Yeah, I'm going to Anime NYC.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So actually, it's really cool because this year, I think his name is Kenjiro Suda. Let me just make sure I'm getting the name right because obviously he's just yeah, here we go, Kenjiro Suda. So if you guys are not familiar with Kenjiro Suda, he is the Japanese voice actor who played several roles you probably are familiar with, but the #1 role I remember him playing is Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
Wow.
So he's also an actor, so you probably have seen him on some Netflix shows. So yeah, so like if I guess like I'm not really a person that loves to get autographs, but I'm pretty kind of stoked because I kind of want to get his autograph. Because like if it wasn't for Yu-Gi-Oh, I probably would not know the amount of Japanese that I know now. So like if I'm able to like speak with him, which is probably not likely, and he'll just probably sign his autograph. But I would like to personally thank him for like teaching me Japanese through playing Kaiba and Yu-Gi-Oh. So I mean that would be cool because like it's funny because like I think several people would probably like have like what do you call it, like posters, like special posters for him to sign, because it's obviously either characters he's done or roles that he's done. Like for me, like if I'm able to have him sign like just basically anything, I would have him sign my my Japanese math book. My Japanese math book.
Oh, your Japanese math book.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but at the same time, it's like if he's able to sign that, obviously be like, yeah, I learned Japanese because of you. So could you sign?
Yeah,
this?
I wonder. I've never been to like autograph signings either. I don't know what kind of rules they have.
I think
I feel like I
yeah.
vaguely remember that they may have like basic guidelines, like it needs to be something that he's connected to, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so like I'm guessing it's gonna be like either a poster or something that they approved of for him signing because agents really are strict, especially in the Japanese entertainment world. So it has to be like like basically approved. It has to be approved by like a higher committee before it can go through anything.
Yep.
So it's like they're very strict on rules like that, which I'm fine with. So but
I've never gone to
hopefully-
an autograph signing like that because it's
Yeah.
always every
It's
time
always
I
a
see
long
one,
line.
it's a long line.
Yeah, it's always a long line. Yeah, but we can't help that though. Can't help
Yeah,
that.
it's just the way. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm able to say like a couple words to him, I would basically say like arigato gozaimasu.
Exactly.
Like all that. Like that'd be great. But yeah, I think that's like like the community events I probably would go to or social events I would go to is like conventions and sometimes like probably I would just hang out with my friends and we would just go to a whether it be the mall or whether it be like a restaurant or something, typical like stuff. And that's why I always make sure to like like at least like dress appropriately and like put all like the powder on the face and everything like that. Like just get the makeup done and then basically try to at least look decent, even though my clothes are probably just all folded and filled with wrinkles. That's basically like how I am. So like I might meet somebody. If not, that's usually how it is. More likely I don't meet I don't meet someone romantically, but I would probably meet like my friends' guy friends. So usually
But,
that would have to be
But that may be the seed of of something in the future.
Yeah.
That's the idea. You always want to keep on it. You go to social events not expecting to come out with a romantic partner, but
Yeah.
to meet like a friend,
Yeah.
a friend of a friend,
Yeah.
and that in the future that may end up being
Yeah,
some
like
social
one of my
event.
best friends and her sister, they met their boyfriends through online. So
Oh, online.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm curious, like the details about that. Like where online, how.
I think it was through just like just playing video games. I don't know if they're like they were in like a social group or something like that online.
Like, but I wonder if it's like social media, because I know people who have coupled up together through Twitter. Actually, there was a guy that like DM'd this lady that I know, and
Yeah,
they got together there.
that's crazy.
I was like, Twitter, what? That's great.
Yeah, that's like the most randomest place to meet. Like,
Yeah,
I thought-
who would have thought that like you DMing someone in Twitter would, blossom to something?
yeah, there's
more
even
than
like
that,
people that like dated through LinkedIn, which is so crazy to me.
You know what I remember?
Yeah.
Veritasium.
Uh-huh.
Do you know him, the science YouTuber?
Yes.
He met his wife through, was it a Facebook comment or a YouTube comment? Either one of the
Interesting.
two. The wife
Interesting.
commented in one of his videos, and
Uh-huh.
they somehow got together from that like interaction.
Yeah, it's crazy like how you meet friends, like especially if you're content creators, because like I wouldn't be doing Twitch if it wasn't for one of my friends that was also a YouTuber herself,
Yeah.
So it's like
props
yeah,
to them.
so yeah, like now I'm kind of like going back to like I'm saying going back because like I'm actually multi-streaming on YouTube now when you think about it. So it's like interesting like how like versatile it is, like because I didn't want to go on Twitch because like I wasn't really into streaming. I thought I would be just making videos, but then like because of her I guess her suggestion that I would go on Twitch, I started loving Twitch more because I could just turn on the camera and just basically start streaming, So that's why I like streaming more than just making videos, because I don't have to edit. I don't have to like do that much with it. So, but yeah, I think like content creation in general. Now I think people want the content creators to like not be so professional with their content because because of AI. They feel as if like, oh, AI must have made it because it looks so perfect the way they filmed it or something like that, Because I noticed that a lot of, I think like the trend is that they like people that are basically filming in their cars, and
Oh
like
yes,
just talking to the camera and
brother.
stuff.
Exactly, my brother told me about that. Like they're all in their cars or trucks.
Yeah, they're
filming.
either talking to the camera through like them sitting in a car while like stuff is going on in the background. It's like a truck roaring by, or like they're literally like in a parking lot, like just eating like probably like their McDonald's they just bought or something like
There was
that.
a YouTube shorts that I that's often recommended to me. This guy would
Yeah.
just like eat
Oh,
try to,
mukbangs?
like food. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I
not
get those
mukbang
too.
per se, but like he's like, oh, let's review this like chicken place, and he would eat it in his car or truck.
Oh yeah, I've been watching those too actually. Like mukbangs, like they make the food seem much more delicious than it already is. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like I want to try it. Like like you know, like the Chili's. What is it? I think the triple dippers.
Triple dipper.
Yeah, because of like the algorithm, like I got a lot of mukbang YouTubers that I watch doing that that meal, and I was like, I should try this. I got it, and I was like, the cheese pool was so disappointing. It was like I got it, but then again, like Chili's is very far. Like it's not far from my house, but at the same time, it's a good distance for like fast food delivery. So like I don't know, it was like I got like maybe the mozzarella sticks like took too much time or to get to me, or they just put the probably like the mozzarella sticks that were like done yesterday or something. I don't know, like the day before I got it delivered. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was good though. But the cheese pool was just disappointing. I was hoping for more of a cheese pool.
Because I know they had the Nashville hot like mozzarella sticks, right? And
Yeah,
then
that
the
one was
normal
good. It was good, but it also was very sweet. So it just felt
Yeah.
like it was delicious, but at the same time I was like, okay. After one bite, I was like, it's like that feeling where it's like, yeah, this is definitely fatty, but it's good, but I'm completely trash now.
You know what I just went to, and it's my first time going to kind of like a place like this. It's like a conveyor belt sushi. I went to like a chain called Kura.
Oh yeah, Kura, yeah, we have one here
Kura
too.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's that there?
Like for me, it's like probably like no more than 10 to 20 minutes away.
Oh, so it's around. Okay, it's around that area.
Yeah, it's around my area a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't know those. That must be new, right? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure.
new and it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, I
Yeah.
spent like $30 just for like one person.
Yeah,
Be-
like there's
because
literally like there's like a revolving sushi in my town, and there's one like on the town over, which is Kura, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're surrounding me now.
Yeah, it's because like it racks up like each plate.
Yeah.
You just keep taking little plate, and then all of a sudden you're like at 10 plates already. I'm like, what the heck? Since
Yeah, yeah. Since when does that happen, right?
when? It was really good though. I like it.
Yeah. Like I haven't tried the place that's in my town, so like I heard it was like the same quality. It's just that not many options as like Kura. So I was like, oh okay. But like if
Yeah,
I
I was-
want to get sushi, I can just walk over there and just like see what it's about.
Yeah, I mentioned it to a friend of mine, and he was
Yeah.
actually like, "Well, yeah, he actually went to Kura in Japan." I was like, "What? That's actually a chain in Japan, apparently." I didn't know that.
Interesting. Well, I'm not surprised though. I'm
Yeah.
betting the quality in Japan is probably like much better than here.
But yeah, they make it convenient because you don't always have to just wait for the conveyor belt. You can
Yeah.
order via the tablet.
They
or
also
the-
have like a color plate system, right? Like the golden plate is like the most expensive one, and like
There was two of them. Although I didn't see the golden plate. I only see really just one type of plate for the stuff I ordered. But I'm pretty
Right.
sure if I order some of the premium, it's gonna be
yeah,
golden plates.
right, yeah. I mean, like when it comes to sushi, right? I'm no connoisseur of it. Like for me, if it's like if it's good, it's good. Like that's why I don't go to like omakases that much, because I just don't
Yeah.
have like those taste buds that basically says, "Oh, this is very exquisite. I love the taste of this flounder." And I'm like I'm like my best friend, he's really into taste, so he can tell the difference when it tastes horrible or when it tastes like mid and when it tastes like actually good. For me, I eat it and I'm like, what are you complaining about? It's food. Taste your shame.
Wait,
Taste your
is that just
frickin-
in general though? Is that
That's in general. Like whenever
okay.
people eat a pizza, it's like this pizza's crap, and I'm like, it's your pizza. It's supposed to taste like crap.
Well, I ate Papa John's recently, like 2 weeks ago, and then I ate at this gas station. Got a pepperoni pizza from like Quick Trip, which is a gas station over here, and I was like, oh my god, this Quick Trip pizza is like way more better than Papa John's, like twice as better.
I mean, like, you know, like maybe it was just the good one from the factory. It's like, who knows? Like, you know, like there's always those lucky ones where it's like, oh my god, this is actually good. Someone in the factory made this very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think for me, it's like whenever I eat something and it's like something typical, like a cheeseburger or a pizza or even like stuff that I've already tasted before. Like, even if it's like tteokbokki or something like that, I'm like, it's tteokbokki. It doesn't taste any different to me. But then, like, some people have, like, taste buds that are like, no, like, the sauce is not refined. It tastes like oil and everything like that. You're talking about fast food. It's junk. It's all gonna be junk. That's like how I am, and they're like, oh, you just don't understand. And I'm like, I'm glad I don't.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad I don't, because you guys just can't enjoy the food.
I still enjoy it. Just like
No, yeah, I get it. I get why people like basically are like that, because it's like their taste buds are just super sensitive, you know.
we also just are in the habit of like comparing. You know, we always compare like foods from places to places.
I wonder if there's like a study where it's like, you know, if you have food critics and they were like eating a lot of stuff a lot, like, and they remember the taste of what their mother or father cooked for them when they were a kid.
Oh.
Like, I wonder if the taste buds that they developed from then, like, would you... I wonder if the food critics, like, taste buds and, like, the way they give, like, what do you call it, reviews, is based on the taste buds they developed as a kid. Like, the stuff that they would eat at home. You know? That's one thing I wonder, because, you know, like, when you eat something from your childhood, it just basically brings you back and you just love it even more.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's like a connection there, like with food critics and like when they eat
I'm
food.
always nostalgic for Filipino food because I barely have it.
I watched a lot of videos with what's that?
Yeah.
What's like it's the what is it? The grilled pig. Like is it grilled or is it like I think it's like cooked on an open fire.
Oh,
like,
you thought about lechon probably, right?
Lechon, yeah, like lechon. Like I love it
yes,
when I love
fire.
watching the Filipino mukbangs when they're like taking the knife and they're just tapping on the skin and they're just cutting it open.
It's
like
supposed to be crispy, like
yeah, I love it when they take the skin and they take a huge chunk of it and start biting into it. Like I don't know why. That's like the MSNR that I just like with the mukbang, with like Filipino mukbang. But the one thing that I'm like, because I'm Thai, like I'm so used to like putting rice with everything. Like I'm so surprised that they just don't put rice in the crispy skin, like wrap rice within it.
Oh, we do eat it with rice, but it's like a separate.
Yeah, it's like for me, I always see them like take the skin and just chew it like a piece of jerky, and I'm like, oh my god, that would taste so good that would be good with rice.
Salty.
Yeah.
And we put like that liver sauce in there. Have you seen it? It's like
I've seen the liver sauce.
It's really good.
Thank you for the follow. I don't even have my.
Oh, you should.
Thank you for the follow, youth boy. welcome. But yeah, like I think for me, it's like, I don't know why. I just like. I guess like with mukbangs, is like it depends on the food. Because like I'm so surprised, like with like I can't do mukbangs, like even though I want to be a content creator, I don't want to gorge myself with a family's worth of food, because I know once I get to my limit, I'll feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like I'm just gonna puke on stream, and I'm like, no, you guys don't need to see that. Because like I have gorged myself a lot of the times, and there was like times when I would eat dessert when I shouldn't have, and I end up throwing up in my toilet, and I'm like, no.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens, because it's like it tastes so good, but I'm like, yo, why'd I do that to myself?
It doesn't even feel, sometimes it's like that with buffets, you like eat too much.
Yeah.
And it's also good while you were eating, and then all of a sudden it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's the thing that like food tastes so good, but at the same time, it tastes good until the point where you realize, oh wait, I'm reaching the brim of my pants right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it tastes so good, but at the same time, it's like, I know I have limits. Like, everyone wants to be able to eat like Goku and maintain their shape.
Yeah, one thing I should do more though is like cook more at home. I feel like I'm eating way too much of it.
I mean, like, how often do you eat out a week?
Like on a weekday, when especially when like I'm coming home from work,
Yeah.
like every work day, so like 5 times a
Every
week.
weeknight you would eat like dinner at fast food or like something.
Yeah,
takeout?
exactly. It would be like fast food. Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes
Oh my
Chipotle,
gosh.
Yeah.
Then what do you have in your refrigerator then?
Nothing in my refrigerator. Is more like I got like canned food in my pantry. You know,
Oh,
spam,
yeah.
sausages and
Yeah, maybe you should
And
like
tuna.
maybe you should look up like YouTubers that cook and can cook, and you basically learn from them.
I do. It's just sometimes it's just like I lament because I felt like, you know, I barely have time. Like especially like, coming home from work, it's like
Like for
cooking
me,
and
yeah,
and
go
like
ahead.
cleaning up just takes kind of. I feel like it takes like an hour of my free time.
No, I get that, especially if you have to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
It can be quite cumbersome. I think there's like what do you call it? Like one of those like food I think people in the food industry realize that, and there's like a food service that's sort of like a subscription where it's like I think every week they send you a box of like pre-made foods, but you can cook them on your own.
Oh yes, they're called like HelloFresh. Yeah. And
Yeah,
they're
like
all,
HelloFresh and all that
so
stuff.
I love the idea.
Yeah.
And actually, I would do it, but the
Yeah.
thing is, there's just a lot of trash to take care of because it comes
Yeah.
in boxes and they give you
Yeah.
ice packs and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
a lot.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think I would like those services, but at the same time, you are right. They probably will send you meals, like, to the point where it might overload your fridge. So, you know, like, you probably would have to say, like, hey, stop sending me groceries worth. Like, I got enough. It's
We've
like,
done it before, like HelloFresh. I also do feel like, so they send you by servings, right? So you're like
Yeah.
two servings or 3 servings or whatever the meal is.
Right.
Each one serving, to me, I am always still hungry. Like it's just not enough to me.
Yeah. Like, for me, like I probably do, like, eat, like, for me, I would confidently say that I would eat too much whenever I'm at home. But at the same time, like, when I'm given, like, I guess, like, food from, like, either, like, a fast food place or a restaurant, I noticed that I've been getting full much quicker. Which is, like, crazy.
Interesting.
Which is crazy to me. But, like, usually, like, for me, like, whenever I have something, like a meal at home, I would probably eat, like, an apple or a banana afterwards, but then I would also have, like, a little snack after that, which is, like, pretty weird. It's like, I already had my healthy snacks. Now I can actually have some junky snacks. but then I'm like overeating, and I'm like, dang, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, after I just finish like the junky snack, I'm like, okay, I'm done. It's like basically like eating is more like a ritual for me. It's like there are times when like my body just tells me don't, and I'm like, yeah, I'll listen this time. This time.
This time.
This time, yeah. So basically that. So it's like for me, I'm just surprised like how much weight I have like actually lost, because like the way I don't diet, but like I remember like last year around November I was like 193, and like when I measured myself like I think like 2 days ago I was like 180.
Wait, so you're losing? Oh, interesting. Just like normally.
Well, yeah, like I mean I do
You're not even
exercise.
trying.
Yeah, like I mostly exercise, right? Like
okay.
so
Yeah.
like some months I would exercise for like 40 minutes, and then like the next month after that it would like every workout that I do would be 60 minutes or more.
Oh.
You know. So I guess that's probably why I lost a lot of weight, because I don't
Yeah.
diet. So I'm like, wow, I lost like 13
Yeah.
pounds. You know, within like I think maybe like around like, let's see, so November we had like two months last year, and then now it's like the 7th month this year. So like yeah, like around like 9 months.
When I try to lose weight,
Yeah.
I guess it's also a symptom of just eating out a lot. It's just like I have to be conscious about my calories. Like I actually count calories right now because
Yeah.
if I don't, I feel like I drop the ball, and this is just me trying to lose like 1 pound a week. You know, it's not nothing extreme, just slow and
Yeah.
steady, and even that is kind of like
Hard.
yeah, kind of.
Well, you're very.
I'd say hard. It's not that it's hard. It's just that like I have to track it. If I don't track it, the calories runs away. You know?
Yeah, I don't bother with that. Like for me, like the reason why I work out is not because I want a 6-pack or like I want to lose weight. The reason why I work out is just because I just want to be able to like have solid bowel movements. That's the only reason.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's the only reason.
Sometimes they're painful.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, like basically just have like a good flow in my body. That's basically the only reason why I exercise. Like, and plus it gives a good sweat, so I feel better about myself afterwards.
Yeah.
Cause like mostly like all the stuff that I do is like cardio and like what is like I don't know if this is the right word. Is
Calisthenics, yeah.
Calisthenics? What is that? Like
I for some reason I think of like Asian like Tai Chi or but I know it just means exercise, I believe, right? Like in general.
okay. Yeah, because like basically I don't lift weights. I just basically just move my body, like whether it be doing push-ups, like it depends on the workout video, like on what routine. Because sometimes I would be down in the plank position, and I'd basically doing like push-ups, and then or I'd basically like just be doing jumping jacks. It's like a lot of fast intensity, which is why it's called high intensity workout. So yeah. I mean, I do end up in the workout, I do end up sweating, and I do end up like stopping for breaks, like probably like for a second and then getting back in. But at the same time, I'm like, the way I eat, I'm like, wow, how did I manage to lose the amount of weight that I do? And I think it's because, like, for me, I just don't focus on the result. Because if I'm not thinking about the result, then I'm not too focused and keen on the number. I just basically just look at it and I'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's just that for me, if I don't pay attention, I don't get the results. So
that's fine. That's fine.
For me. Yeah.
That's fine because, like, you know, like I know you're more of a scientist, like when it comes to like the process. So you know, you do what's right for you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I don't try to concern myself with that because I'm not very result oriented.
Makes sense.
I'm just more intentional when it comes to like doing things. Like even when I study math, like even though it's more towards like, you know, looking for, I guess, a particular pattern, I don't fixate on like my lack of knowledge of where it's weak. I basically try to see where the interesting questions lie when it comes to that. Like I basically ask myself interesting questions like, how does this relate to addition? How does this relate to my knowledge of like why two negative numbers multiply to a positive number? You know, that type of thing. Because like studying math proofs is a lot different than studying like just pure calculation based math.
Okay. Well, bringing it back to where are you going? I wanted to kind of bring us back to the topic and and let me ask you, where are you going, Peter? Like,
I think for me, like because of this new internet connection that I have, I feel like now I can focus more on like actually making better content for you guys. Obviously, like, you know, it's not like I'm gonna be Mr. Beast next week. But no, you know, like for me, it's just like just being a better content creator, like doing as much as I can, but also not doing the hustle and bustle thing like most people do, because it's like I am not very, very dependent on like, you know, making content creation like sort of like, oh, this is my success story, I'm making a career being a content creator. No, I just love doing this because I love hanging out with you guys, and I do have my finances in order, so I don't have to worry about depending on content creation income to be my source of income. So, you know, like if I'm in trouble, like, you know, like I have like assets that can like basically like cover the things that I need, you know. Even though I want to even though I would like to sell those only for retirement, but at the same time, it's like, you know, push comes to shove, it's like That's
You have a
basically
backup.
yeah.
So
I have
peace
a
of
backup
mind.
for yeah, and the second thing is that I remember like watching podcasts with this guy named Bill Perkins. He's the author of the book Die with Zero. So basically, his book is all about living intentionally with your money, and I think his audience is mainly targeting people that save money for the heck of it. They just save,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't use their money to gain more experiences in life. They just basically save because they think it's going to give them options, but they don't even know what those options are because they never asked those questions.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so when I was watching some of the podcasts that he was on, I was like, "Oh, this guy has some good points," because I was a really avid saver when I was working, and I thought like, "Oh, I can save up to this number. I can save up to this number." But then I got into investing, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually making money without working," you know. So, but at the same time, what you're gonna do with that money? Because a lot of people was like, "Oh, I'm gonna save it for retirement," but at the same time, it's
Take
like,
it to your grave, you know?
yeah,
Like,
like when you're older, you kind of just want money just to like just to basically pay the bills, so you can just
Yep.
live in that house. But at the same time, it's like when you're younger, you want a lot more money because you want to do these experiences like travel or
exactly.
explore or
I mean,
just
money is like meant to be used.
yeah,
not hoarded.
it's meant to be used. Yeah, like I'm not
That's
saying
just my philosophy. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm not saying that people that are bad with their finances like buy things like every second. No, because like obviously you have to have the discipline to say, hey, I don't need this thing. I won't buy this thing. But
There's
if
a
it's
lot of things we don't need.
yeah, because like for me, like I buy books because I love reading books and I know they will give me a new perspective.
Yeah.
I also love buying courses. If you guys are familiar with the website Udemy, I buy a lot of courses on Udemy, and many of them are like
They are
physics.
so worth it, man.
Yeah,
They are
physics
so
and
worth
math,
it.
physics and math courses, and there were some courses on Udemy that were meant for like college students or
Yeah, so
university
okay,
students.
so I'm gonna tell you my own personal experience with it. So
Yeah.
there is a course out there. Granted, it's outdated now. It was $20 because I don't know if it was as part of a special, but it's $20.
Yeah.
And it's the lady teaches you HTML, CSS,
Yeah.
and JavaScript.
Oh,
All three of them, right? In
Wow.
in one $20 course. And I have gone through the course prior to me going to community college. So I went to community college, right? I took so community college was like what? And this is already cheap because it's community
Yeah.
college.
yeah.
Maybe $300 a course, right? Like
Yeah.
$100 per credit.
Yeah.
The one course the community college offers is CSS and HTML, and then JavaScript is a separate course. So I spent maybe $500 something in community college, not even like an expensive college, just to get the same exact information as that $20 Udemy course. And I may even argue that the $20 Udemy course was better because like it kind of like you do it step by step, and then
It's at your own pace. And
it starts at your own pace,
Yeah.
and like you can rewind and fast forward, that kind of stuff. Compared to like being in a sit down where I took HTML CSS in a sit down
Yeah.
setting.
yeah, I
I
agree.
just think like college setting was just getting beaten by the online.
yeah. The only advantages that like universities and colleges have is that they can give you a paper that basically says you've done the requirements necessary to actually be a beginner, an entry level worker for this type of field. That's basically what universities and colleges have over like online courses. But even online courses, they're starting to give like certificates for like those type of skills. But at the same time, it's like, how much is that worth over like a college degree? And it's still kind of like not even a what do you call it? It's not even a match. It's not even a match,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
I'm a big proponent of the Udemy one. I know I've had like
Oh yeah, I love Udemy.
and And just to like scout out like the courses too, if you are currently in college or you're, you know, you don't know what your interests are,
Yep.
it's a really cheap way to kind of explore what it is that you're gonna learn
Yeah.
if you are going to college.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I was like, I have no clue what discrete math is. Like, I have zero. Like, I keep seeing it as a requirement for computer science. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell is discrete math?
Yeah.
How does it compare to something like calculus, which I have taken before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I don't remember if I had paid for it. If I did pay for it, it was like maybe $20.
You got it for the
And-
on sale price.
Yeah, the on sale
Yeah.
price and this discrete math is so good. Like
Yeah.
now I understand like what in general what discrete math looks like.
Yeah.
Even before I take, you know, the official class.
Because like discrete math is just basically the math you learn that doesn't involve like continuous functions, right? It's just
Yeah,
basically
exactly. That is the definition of it. It's non-continuous, and it's specifically because it's what computer systems are like.
Yeah.
The binary one zeros,
Yeah.
the if statements and stuff like that. They work in discrete math
Yeah.
rather than more calculus. You know?
Yeah, like I mean that's pretty awesome. Because like I think with Udemy, like there were even courses that I never thought I would find, because like I think one person just wanted to teach something related to that subject, and they can post it. Because like I found like one person that was willing to teach even string theory on
Wow.
Udemy and loop quantum
Yeah.
gravity. I'm like, wait, what? Like this person, I forget their name, but like they had so much dedication to learn the material that they were willing to post it. And like this person is actually from like I think like in Europe, like because the way they talk, it seems like like English is not their first language. But I'm so surprised that they dedicated themselves to post this material, because they talk about like quantum field theory and you know, general relativity, as well as multivariable calculus. Which
Yeah, nice.
which I'm so surprised, because this is literally like almost like an undergrad like type of like lineup, and I'm like, oh, I don't even have to go to university to learn about string theory. I can learn it from this guy on Udemy, and I'm like, dang.
Peter, sorry, give me like 5 seconds. Let me turn on my AC. It's so hot in my room.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Of course, guys, like we are also like doing podcasts like on like Discord and stuff, so you know, like, you know, we are doing this from our home, so hopefully you're enjoying the content. You know, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're enjoying the, I guess, the second Monday / third Monday podcast, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, leave a comment down below, put something in the chat, or you know, like, comment, and subscribe. If
Sorry
you
to
like-
interrupt again. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be just a minute. I realized I forgot my eggs in my car. I bought in the grocery.
Yeah, go on, get it. Yeah, I will keep you guys entertained. But yeah, like if you're watching this on Twitch, you know, be sure to drop a follow if you can. And if you have a Prime free sub from, like, you know, Amazon Prime, it doesn't have to be for me, but you can use it for any streamer that you like. Just to remind you guys, if you have Amazon Prime, because you can use a free you can get subscribed to like any of your favorite Twitch streamers for free. So you know, that is something you should keep in mind as well. But yeah, so the thing of it is that, like, you know, me and Rainier, we basically do this podcast. We try to do it like every second Monday, but there are times when, you know, like, unfortunately, like, we weren't able to do it last Monday because of one, my internet was like being iffy. So we were trying to record it, but then like an emergency happened, so I wasn't able to record the podcast for last week. But luckily I got my new internet fiber optic connection installed today, so that's why I wanted to test it with you guys, so to see how it works, and hopefully the quality of the stream is good on both platforms. And I think, like, because I have like this new setup with fiber optic, I feel like I'm gonna be like live streaming a little bit more multi-streaming. I will do like multi-streaming a little bit more, because the reason why I was so worried about multi-streaming with my previous like internet connection was because my connection would cut off a lot, And not only that, but also with YouTube, whenever you lose the stream, you have to constantly reset it up over and over again. And that's why, like, I think with YouTube, it's much harder to stream on, because you actually have to have a really guaranteed connection. Otherwise, it's just constantly resetting up the same stream over and over again. And that's a bit of a headache. But, you know, like, you know, like, putting content out there, I think, is, like, always fun for me. I have like 2 channels. I have this channel along with my math channel, and you know, I am a nerd. I admit I am a nerd, but at the same time, it's like I think like I'm always curious about things, whether it be people or whether it be just things in life in general. And I think like whenever me and Rainier do these podcasts, we try to make sure it's like productive for you guys as well, because like we're not professional podcasters, so I will say a lot. I will say like or something like that. You know, I will say like the typical words that like most professionals won't say, because obviously I don't script everything we talk about.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. At least you remember your eggs.
I realized I was about to... I was walking up to my AC and I'm like, wait a second, did I put those eggs? And then I went to check my fridge and like, oh shit, it's not.
Hopefully like some of your eggs didn't hatch into chicks.
It's more like, yeah, because I took a nap, right? It must have been like 4 hours or something.
Oh.
And it's been out in the hot sun out there. It's pretty warm inside the car, but it's like, but I don't think eggs shouldn't spoil that fast.
Yeah, because I think you have to have an incubator if you were like actually trying to make them into like chicks.
Yeah, but I'm just concerned of any spoilage. But I don't think
I get that. Yeah,
it would be that bad.
I think like heat is okay for eggs. Like it's not like they were like in an incubator, so I think you're fine. But yeah, like they're like being a nerd. I always enjoy like learning new things. Like I actually want to read up a little bit on chemistry, but not like a full course on it. Mm-hmm. So you know, like there's a textbook I have on my computer called I think quantum chemistry. So learning quantum mechanics and chemistry together, I think that would be pretty fun to do, because I'm really into physics and mathematics. And I've actually read through, I think, like a little bit of the first chapter, and like they actually explain everything to you as if you don't know anything about higher maths or physics. So I don't know how much chemistry they expect you to know, but probably like a good handful, yeah.
I'd like to point out the fun irony that like you as an English major ended up being a lot more interested
in STEM and science. Yeah, it's kind of ironic. I think the reason why I didn't want to get into STEM, like when I was younger, was because of the exams, and I didn't find the magic in them until like much later, especially with math and physics. Now, of course, like many people that have majored in those topics, they're like, there's no magic in it. Like, you know, like it's STEM for a reason. It's like, but at the same time, when I think about like math proofs and stuff, it feels as if like you guys are just using your imagination to basically like make logical arguments on like what's possible in the world of math. Whilst like for physicists, it's like, or like people that are physics majors, they envision a world where it works classically, but then like when they go into like things that are theoretical, they still take the skills that they know from classic mechanics and then just basically kind of ask themselves what would happen if this scenario worked classically instead of like probabilistically within theoretical models. So, you know, but that's usually how I kind of view things. It's like the more knowledge you gain, the more you begin to realize that the world is a lot more broad, and it's a lot and there are a lot more ideas for you to actually pick from instead of the ones that society tells you to stick with.
That is what I would also suggest. Yeah, in general, I agree that like always be curious. It doesn't matter what topic it is.
No matter how old you are, like always be curious, because when you're older, you have nothing else to rely on than your brain, because your muscles start to deteriorate.
Like if you end up like learning all these like little topics, even if they're niche, eventually you can find connections between like things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I learned that from X and Y. Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard that from Y and Z. Oh, I understand now why this is like that.
Yeah, and also if you know like a lot of topics, like sometimes you are able to merge the topics you never thought were related together. Like those are the fun ideas, and that's usually the ideas that most entrepreneurs think of. Like for example, right? If you know physics and you know finance together, you basically have quant knowledge, which is usually like the knowledge that most like financial firms want, because if you're able to see patterns within certain charts, they probably would want you to work as a quant or an analyst.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like there was like a mathematician named Jim Simons who I'm reading the book about him. He was responsible for making, I think it was called the Medallion Fund, and apparently like because he employed like no one but mathematicians and physicists and scientists, they were able to like break the market, like the stock market, which is so crazy to me. Like they were able to do that by just using math and like, you know, science, and I'm like, wow. And like Jim Simons, he's no longer with us, but I remember during like an interview, like people would ask him like, you know, would you hire anyone besides a scientist or a mathematician? And basically he was like, no. He just straight up said no. And then like they asked him, but why? It's like, you can teach a physics person finance, but I don't think you can teach someone that's in finance physics. And I'm like, oh my god, that is so true. That is so true.
That's funny.
Hey Sasha, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. It's been a while, man. So Sasha's joining us on Twitch, Rainier. He's the mathematician that is, well, he's the math teacher that is going to teach me math.
Oh, hey, nice. Thanks for taking care of.
he's going for his PhD.
Wow, very good.
Yeah, we finally got fiber, Sasha. So we got better internet connection. So hopefully we're coming loud and clear to you. But yeah, welcome Sasha. Welcome.
Welcome to our ranting stream.
Yeah.
It's not a ranting, but talk about random stuff. And
yeah, actually, like Sasha, like since like you're in the chat, I have to let you know that I've been reading a lot more about equivalence relations and equivalence classes, and now I'm like actually more curious about them, like how they relate to like arithmetic. So I feel like I'm actually getting a little bit better review of what you've been teaching me the past like couple of weeks. Yeah, because like the past, I think like couple weeks ago, like last month, Sasha was actually teaching me more about math proofs, and he actually taught me the rigorous way of actually proving that the negative numbers exist, as well as how to actually come up with subtraction through a rigorous way.
Wow.
So yeah, like I recorded everything, but at the same time, like I didn't fully like remember everything, so I have to constantly keep going back and forth. Let's see, equivalence is a tricky context to learn. Yeah, because like I think the thing that kind of like got me interested more into equivalence was what is it called? Modulus, like the relationship between modulus and equivalence classes. I think that was the thing that got me really interested.
Modulus, interesting.
Yeah, you ever heard of modular arithmetic?
I hear of it in context of when I was learning basic programming, because it's like the remainder essentially is how I think of it.
Yeah, so like an example.
Or remains after you divide.
Yeah, the example I remember is that like let's say you have like there's like things called equivalence classes, which basically is like relations that involve like more than a couple of like ordered pairs in numbers, but that's going into more of the weeds, and I realized that I can't explain that into this podcast because it revolves around more context involving like equivalence relations and all that, and I have to explain what relations are in math, and then that's gonna go into more of the weeds.
Yeah.
If you want to actually check out more of the weeds, you could probably check out my my math channel. I will put that in chat in Twitch. Unfortunately, on YouTube I can't do that because I think the YouTube chat is only like for me on my OBS it's read only, so I won't be able to like post that there. But maybe in the description I'll be able to put it there. But yeah, like I think with when you actually learn like proof-based math, it's a little bit more involved because it's like you're trying to prove every math idea is true without numbers and without making calculations.
Oh.
So you're actually proving ideas instead of proving like, oh, this answer is 2 or 3. That's basically what real math is, and that's what makes it so difficult because you have to constantly ask like, what is a negative number? What does it mean to be a negative number? What does it mean to be like what does it mean for a function not to be to have what is it, a vertical line test?
I do remember from discrete math Udemy. It was like, how do you determine whether something is odd and or even?
Yeah, like actually discrete math actually is a good primer for you to start proofs because they actually teach you proof writing in the beginning.
Yeah, it's like 2k or 2k minus 1, something like that.
Yeah, like basically an even number is like 2k, and then basically an odd number is like 2k plus 1. Okay, like I will stop talking about math, guys, so don't worry. Like I'm just gonna stop it here, but yeah, that's basically like what it is. Well, let's see. Let me. Sasha, you type something. What did you type? I read that. Equivalence is a tricky concept to learn. In topology, we use that to glue spaces together. Ooh, I would love to learn about that if I'm ready. Are you ready for that? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because I still don't know how to do simple proofs that you taught me, Sasha.
Oh.
Oh, dang, Sasha, you do the Rickroll. Oh my gosh. Did the Rickroll right there. I meant ready for that. Nice. I like you probably were trolling me there, but yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that because I don't know how to do proofs with sequences yet either. So, you know, I feel like I'm kind of making you wait, Sasha, because like I haven't been able to do proofs involving the assignments you assigned. Because I still have to I have to relearn things like sequences and Cauchy groups. Cauchy sequences, I mean. Or proof with Cauchy sequences. But yeah, like, you know, all that stuff I just said, like, basically that's what involves with, like, math. Because, like, there's a course in mathematics called Real Analysis. And that's when you prove every idea in calculus is true. And that's really, really hard to do.
Here's a question. If you know the stuff you know now, and you can go back in time, or you go back to college, would you do math?
Yeah, if it wasn't so expensive.
Of course, but I meant like, say like, I don't know, you time travel to 2000 and, you know, whatever, 9 and 10, you're like...
Oh, like if I had a Detective Conan moment where I took a poison and suddenly I just end up in the body of a university student, and then I'm just basically back in university. And if I didn't get student debt, yeah, I probably would have been more active. I would probably be more active in my academic pursuits. Yeah, so I think for me, if I were to go back in time and like go back to school and money was no issue and not worry about student debt and not have to worry about getting a part-time job or anything, unless it's like, you know, tutoring math or physics, then yeah, I would probably be more active. I would probably like try to do more mathematical research, physics research, because like for me, like if I were a physicist, I'd probably be a theoretical physicist. I probably wouldn't be an experimentalist. Because I don't see myself playing with beakers or like trying to like, you know, like even though crashing atoms seems cool, I just feel like that's just too much work for me. Like I can't really see myself like colliding particles together. It's cool, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to be a nuclear physicist. I'd rather just be writing on the board and just messing with stuff.
That's kind of what I heard about, like, you know, upper level PhD nowadays. It's just like, you know, back in the day, it was a lot easier to quote unquote discover stuff, but now we're like discovering, like, it takes a lot more to discover things, novel things.
Yeah, Sasha typed, if you were born in Germany or France, right? Yeah, it would be like free education for me. or maybe
Oh,
like
yeah.
less of a price tag. I mean, like the thing of it is that like yeah, like for me, I probably would have majored in mathematical physics because like that's more related to like things that I'm passionate about because it combines the two subjects that I really love. But at the same time, that wouldn't stop me from like learning things like chemistry and stuff. Because
Right.
I want to learn chemistry to the basic level, but not like to a level of an expert. Like for me, it's like I want to know like what makes chemistry. So I would probably take like intro courses. Like maybe I would take a little bit in biology, but not like I wouldn't go into so much depth with biology.
A lot of it is memorization. You know,
Yeah, that's the
someone
thing. That's the thing that I kind of don't
with
want to deal
biology.
with. Yeah, it's like just memorizing it. But if I find
It's
like
like
the
it's
right
like
book,
okay, what does a cell have? Oh, it has a Golgi body and the
yeah,
plasmic reticulum. Do each of these parts do?
yeah. Like I mean, like if they had like a medical textbook that wasn't so chunky or that gave it into digestible like information, then maybe I would read stuff like that. Yeah. Like I would probably read like a digestible medical like what do you call that? Medical school book. But of
There's
course
not
like
much. I mean,
yeah.
there are some connections that you can make, but I feel
Yeah.
like there's not a lot of them. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, Golgi body does this.
Yeah.
The lysosome does this, and it's like, yeah, it's
Such
just it's not. It's kind of dry.
let's see, Sasha, what did you type? Dude, if you were doing particle accelerator stuff, you could uh, change to Adam, so I could call you Adam Smasher. I'll change your name to Adam, so Adam Smasher. Oh, okay, that's funny. Interesting, yeah. But at the same time, like for me, it's like I'd rather like to see particle scattering with mathematical terms than particle scattering within a particle accelerator. I mean, both of them are cool, but I'd rather see the math show that, not the particle accelerator itself. Because I like for me, if I were to be an experimentalist, I would probably be too much of a perfectionist. I would not only study physics, but I would also and math. I would also have to study engineering. Like that's just me though, because I feel like if I have to be an experimentalist, I have to know to build things, and I would also have to be a good engineer. But that's just my way of interpreting things. Because, like, for me, if I were to be a good theorist, this is why I would probably study chemistry, because if you know chemistry, then it allows you to understand more about, I guess, like, how quantum mechanics is on the large scale when it comes to, like, molecules. So, yeah. Because I think when you learn quantum mechanics, then you could probably learn more into chemistry through, like, a quantum lens, and I think that would be more interesting to study chemistry. Because I think quantum mechanics explains why certain orbitals in chemistry happen, and I think with the knowledge of quantum mechanics, bringing it to chemistry, I think that kind of makes you feel like you're doing alchemy in a way, because you're sort of like knowing the behaviors of quantum mechanics mixed in with like your new gained knowledge of chemistry. So it feels like you can actually turn lead into gold, which, you know, the feeling is similar, even though it's like impossible to do that. Because it's funny, because when you try to turn lead into gold, you actually have to take away I think you have to take away 2 electrons for that to happen. Within the lead itself. I think it's 2, but I know like lead is a lot heavier, not heavier, has a lot more electrons than gold, I believe.
Don't remember.
And you're the chemistry major.
Actually,
You're the chemistry major, bro.
I'm a bio major.
Yeah, like if you guys don't know, Rainier graduated with a bachelor's in chemistry, but he also has an associate's in
absolutely
computer
not.
science.
I did not. I didn't do chemistry.
What was it, biology?
Yeah, I did bio. I
Yeah,
did
you did bio.
microbiome.
Yeah, you did bio. I knew it was one of those two.
Yeah, but tell you what though, in my workplace, which is the laboratory,
Yeah.
the only qualifications, either you have a bachelor's in the medical laboratory
Yeah.
science, or in the chemical sciences, which is chemistry, and or biological sciences. Those are the requirements.
He has
Chemistry works.
he has a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Get it? Very funny, Sasha. See, this is why I love it when Sasha's in the chat, because we can be nerdy and he'll probably just like get all the
So
references.
gold's AU, lead is PB. Yep. Looks like it's 3 to the right of gold, which means it's 3 more.
It's 3 more electrons than gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I think that's I think that's why alchemists weren't successful in turning lead into gold. You have to take away you have to take away 3 electrons just to make it gold. That's all you have to do. So they just needed like the power of the universe to actually take away those 3 electrons.
Atomic number and atomic mass. Let's see. Indicates the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom of an element. So, okay, so I guess that's the slide.
No, chemistry is took weak and you can play with electrons. Yeah, I mean, like that's how it is. Like if you know quantum mechanics and you're able to know chemistry too, like I kind of feel like you can play with like molecules in a way that you never thought you could with like just with regular chemistry knowledge.
Oh, okay. So atomic number is specifically the number of protons, not the electrons.
Yeah.
So in that case of lead has 3 more protons than gold.
Lead has 3 more protons, so basically we
Yep.
have to take away the electrons and the protons at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
And unfortunately, alchemists weren't successful in doing that because they didn't have the equipment of the universe to actually let them turn lead into gold.
See, this is the kind of thing that would interest me, is asking the question, just looking at gold and lead, it feels like, lead is a lot more toxic to us than gold, and I would ask why. Why is that? Right? You like think of lead pipes and lead, causing like
Lead
brain
paint.
damage, paint, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But I don't hear gold as being particularly, toxic in like the way we apply it, because we have like gold.
I'm pretty sure it's toxic in some ways, like
Well,
like
I meant like everything is toxic in some ways, right? Like in whatever dosage. But
Right.
in human usage, lead is bad the way we apply it with the pipes and paint, but gold not so much.
Sasha typed nuclear reaction would allow to change the number of protons. Yeah, right. Yeah, so yeah, like that still proves my point that alchemists were not successful in turning lead into gold because they just didn't have the technology. So it'll be interesting, like like the future of scientists is like, we brought the alchemists back. How? We have the technology to make nuclear reactions to turn lead into gold. I think they can actually do that now in with present day technology. I guess they're just not doing it because it's like not very I guess it's not very beneficial, or maybe they're keeping it hush hush because they're technically making gold and like people can like steal that if they actually were public with that.
Or they'll crash the market, right?
Yeah. It's like, you're making gold, like how dare you make gold? It's like, dude, it's a simple science experiment. We just have to do a nuclear reaction.
Part of my interest is like looking at the trajectory of this like lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
That's
Can you imagine if someone like basically like, you know what? I want to make my own gold. I'm not gonna go mining somewhere. I'm not gonna buy a mining company. I'm gonna build a nuclear reactor in my garage, and I'm gonna try to make gold out of this lead.
Yeah, plenty of that.
Yeah, can you imagine if there was like something like they call them what, like quantum alchemists? like a new scientist title. It's like quantum alchemist.
You have a makeshift lab in your basement.
Oh man.
Turning lead into gold.
Like I bet you like the Geiger counter's like off the scale if like someone had a nuclear reactor in their basement. Let's see, Sasha, what did you type? It's probably more expensive than actual mining gold. Right, yeah, it would be more expensive to build like a nuclear reactor there. Like, like for people that can actually build a lab like underground in their house, I'm like, wow, you must be making a lot of money.
You might as well mine Bitcoin.
Like mining Bitcoin, right? It's like, you would have to live like at the countryside for that because one, it takes so much power, and two, it's so noisy. It's so noisy to keep those machines on 24/7. And like if you have like a small like shack that basically mines Bitcoin, you're lucky to actually get like one per year. like 1 Bitcoin per year.
Oh,
And that's just being lucky, because I think like if you had like a small shack, that's probably like what would be like a good estimate of like space. I think like like if it was like the size of a porta potty, like that type of size, like type of shack, I think like if you had like a few computer units, that mining units in it, I think you would be lucky to like at least get like 1 to 3 Bitcoin per year. I think with those type of, because I saw a YouTube video of someone who was mining Bitcoin, and they had like a shed that was like probably like a little bit bigger than a porta potty, and they had like I think like a couple of mining units in it, and I think like the highest that person ever made by mining per year was like 3 Bitcoin.
which is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of
big
money per
space.
year. Yeah.
Is it like 100,000 now per Bitcoin or what? Like,
I can check. Let me see.
I remember it was like 60 and then 80K and
Right now, it is going at 117,820. Well, 815.91 right now.
yeah, more than I thought.
Yeah, because like I think it surpasses all-time high of like 20K, and it went up to like 23K, and then 123K. Sorry. Yeah, so like before, I think its all-time high was like 120K, and then it went up to 123K, and now it's like kind of like stagnant.
Yeah, I remember
it went
60K back in the day.
I mean, it's still at 117, so it's like holding up. So I don't know if it's gonna shoot up again or it's gonna like go down lower. I would say the lowest it would probably go. I'm not a trader, guys, but like I've seen like how the market in Bitcoin goes sometimes, and if it goes lower, like I usually think it's gonna go down like probably like 10K lower usually, but then it can go also,
10%.
but it can go also more lower than that. So you know, but at the same time, like you
Right.
know, this is not investment advice or anything. Because like it was funny because like my dad was the one that basically said, "Yo, Peter, do you want to get into Bitcoin?" And I'm like, "What is that?"
Well, that's funny. Your dad's the one that got you.
Yeah,
into
my
it.
dad was the
How
one that
did
got
your
me.
dad even? How did your dad hear about it?
I think he heard about it from some Thai YouTubers that he watches that were into finance and stuff, and he was like,
Yeah.
maybe this might be a good idea. So you know, that's basically him, and I did the research myself, and I was like, okay, I see the appeal of it. I see where it's going.
Do you say that your parents have a good like financial sense? In general?
My mom, she's just good at saving and good at not shopping a lot. My dad, I think my dad was more of the shopaholic in the family, but he had to stop because obviously, like, you know, raising a family and stuff. But I think for him, he kind of like, I think like he had a feeling and he just felt like maybe we should just go with it. Because like I think like for him, like since he's more conservative, he doesn't trust that much about like, you know, government institutions.
Yeah.
And you know, like I think for him, like he would rather invest in gold than in the stock market. So yeah, I guess for him it's more like just preserving his wealth as much as he can. So it doesn't surprise me that he got into Bitcoin, basically.
Okay.
I think for me, I just like the story of Bitcoin because it makes so much sense, and like obviously, like I said, guys, it's not investment advice, but you know, like when you actually like look at people that actually invest in it, like I know some people think of like, oh, it's just crypto bros or something like that, or and I get it, but at the same time, like they're more, they know more than what people know about money, which I find very interesting. And I've noticed that the behavior they exhibit, like if they're like truly open about telling people about Bitcoin in general, they are very, very frugal. They're very frugal, I notice. They know what to spend their money on, and they know what's important about it. So, you know, like, yeah, there are some bad apples within any community. Crypto is no different, you know. So for me, I just feel as if, like, it kind of helps me be more frugal in some ways. That's why I kind of got into, like, you know, like, investing into, like, a little bit of crypto here and there. Because I'm not saying you guys should do it. But at the same time, for me, it's like it's interesting that money is becoming a thing where it's like it doesn't have to be tied to a government institution.
Yeah, it's kind of like neutral.
Yeah, it feels as if like, you know, it's like I don't know if you've seen Star Wars, but it's like when you go to a different planet and like they basically said like Coruscant credits will be fine. And then like a store owner would be like, no, I want anime coin. I want anime coin. So it's like instead of other countries having different currencies, it's basically different shops. Especially with the signing of the Genius Act. So like I don't fully know the details of the Genius Act, but I get a feeling that a lot of stores will be making their own stable coins. So if you guys don't know what stable coins are, it's just basically like a coin that's tied to the US dollar. So it's just a cryptocurrency that's tied to the US dollar. So I think like with the signing of this bill, like it could be bad or good. I'm not gonna say it's all good because even though I am into like investing into cryptocurrency, I am not gonna say that everything in crypto is all good.
Do you even want to be tied to the US dollar though?
I think it's because like people don't like the volatility of Bitcoin. They also don't like the volatility of different other cryptocurrencies because they want to make sure that the price stays like stagnant so they know what the value of things are. But in my personal opinion, I feel like that kind of doesn't matter because prices change all the time with inflation. So with inflation everything goes up, whilst like you know, like when you actually look at the crypto market, things fluctuate, so things can go lower prices and things could go up. So it's like hit or miss. But oh, you typed something, Sasha. I didn't see that. It's kind of funny how quantum electromagnetism is only able to describe the electron, and our modern computer are way too slow to use the theory to make predictions in the industry. I mean, maybe a quantum computer could predict the industry. Who knows?
Yeah,
like, I mean,
which is our computers. What?
Can you can you like, because I think like with like, you know, I think like with quantum computers, like, you know, cryptocurrencies, they would have to adapt to quantum computing because obviously like quantum computers can break blockchains a little bit easier than our primary computers right now, which is why blockchain exists, because like regular modern day computers can't break it. But like quantum computers, like they're starting to get up there though, but they're not at the point where we want our laptops to be yet. They're still
heard
like
about it. It's the idea that like instead of just an on and off, you can have like
multiple switches. Yeah, you can have it in multiple states. And I like the math revolve around that because it involves like linear algebra. And like when you see the math of it, it makes it less mysterious, but I think it makes it more interesting in a way because it's very probabilistic. But yeah, like sometimes when people want to get, like, they say they want to be rich, but they don't do the things that can make you rich.
I mean,
it kind of gets me on the wrong way sometimes because it's like you guys talk about wanting to be rich, but at the same time it's like,
I mean, that's very parallel to people that says they want to learn Japanese and they just leave it at that.
Yeah, they just leave it at that. I try not to be those people. Like I try to be like, if I like something and I'm very into it, I have to actually like get into the weeds and actually like learn it, because like if I like math, I have to like know a little bit about math proofs, but also not be plagued by the curse of knowledge. Like I think that's in a book called Make It Stick, and according to that book, I think they talk about the curse of knowledge, where it's like a person knows something like inside and out and it becomes a part of them, but they forget what it's like to actually learn it in the beginning. Yeah. And that's where you get the professors that know a lot, but they're terrible at teaching. Yeah, they're terrible at teaching. And most people would say, if I'd rather learn from someone that learned the material like at least 2 weeks ahead, and as a good teacher, than someone who's an expert and is a complete douche. Yeah. Because whenever my dad teaches me something, like when it comes to like things like building things, he has the curse of knowledge. He knows it and is a part of him, but he's terrible at teaching it to me. And like I feel so bad whenever he puts up a hissy fit, because like he hisses at me because I'm actually asking a question like how to do this, and he's like, "Oh my god, why can't you understand what I'm telling you?" Oh, Sasha, you typed something else. What'd you type?
Mm-hmm.
An ecliptic curve cryptography is vulnerable to quantum computers, but there is a new branch of cryptography called lattice-based cryptography, which is quantum proof. Oh, interesting.
Lattice sounds like a crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, lattice sounds like a crystal. Yeah. Yeah, like if you guys don't know, Sasha is a graduate student, so it's interesting because he's more into the maths, but he doesn't care about physics. But most of the math that he does proofs on has applications to like theoretical physics, which is really interesting to me because he doesn't care about physics at all. Yet he knows a lot of the math that revolves around string theory and quantum field theory and stuff.
Yeah, I see math and physics as kind of like, how do I say it? Maybe higher level. It's like a higher level science.
Yeah.
It's like the foundation. Well, I guess no, never mind. I mean, say it's a lower level science. Not that it's like low in knowledge, but it's like the foundation for all the other sciences.
What?
Like,
Which
there's not gonna
one
be,
is which one is a lower level of science?
Both physics and math are like the foundations of all the other sciences.
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't think you can really get chemistry without like physics, or like you can't get like biology without like knowing.
You can't
like,
get biology without
fundamental.
chemistry. You can't get chemistry without physics, and you can't get physics without mathematics.
Exactly, but you could get mathematics without biology. You know. What I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because mathematics is actually just like when you think about it, math is more like the artist version of the STEM fields, because it's mainly just logical. It's just mainly you have a game and you're trying to think of more logical strategies to actually make the game more clever and have more gameplay. That's basically how math is. And many people and I think like I'm also included, is that some people don't want to consider math as sort of like the foundation of like physics, because physics is how things behave in the universe, whilst math is just basically like it came from someone's imagination to think of the rules of math, and like we don't have all the things within math to say what is math. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else did you type, Sasha? And you cannot get math without pain. that
Without pain.
shade.
So,
Yeah.
pain is the fundamental.
That completes the chain. Yeah, that completes the chain, definitely. Yeah, because like I think with like any hard subject, like if it leads to like cool, interesting things, like ideas like physics and mathematics, that's why I'm saying, for me, I'm willing to go through a little bit of pain to like actually like understand it. At the same time, am I a graduate student? No. Do I want to be a mathematician or physicist? Not really. But at the same time, am I willing to like do a little bit of work to understand what makes this stuff cool? Absolutely. And like that, and I think that's the thing about life that I found, is that when I love math and physics, it feels as if I'm going on a journey that's like something that's like beyond like the chase of wealth, So, and like this gets back to our main topic of today's podcast. It's like, where are we going? And like, even though I found math and physics and I love both subjects, does that mean I'm going to go be a physicist or a mathematician? I don't know, because the thing of it is that I could bump into a professor that basically like, oh, you seem to be very curious and have an aptitude to this. Did you ever consider going back to school? And I'll be like, yeah, if money wasn't an issue. It's like, oh, I know someone that can give you a scholarship. There are opportunities like that. Now, of course, that's like, like being very, what do you call it? Like, daydreamy about it. But at the same time, like, I'll tell you guys a true story. One of my friends, one of my best friends actually, he lived in an apartment that he didn't like, and it was in an area that was a flood zone. And he lived there with his mother and his fiance. All right, I just call her his wife, because obviously they are together. Yeah, they've been engaged for like years. So like him and his wife, like they really wanted to get a house, but they wanted to get a house that was nearby where his wife's relatives were, because they had to take care of her relatives. Now, one day, a cousin from his wife's cousin calls up and basically says, you know what, I'm actually going to move to your state. Like, are you taking care of the family and everything? Do you guys want a house?
Oh, okay.
She basically said that to his wife, and she was like, yeah, but where?" And then her cousin was like, "Don't worry, I'll handle it." And basically, like, my best friend, he ended up getting a house, and he always wanted to save up for a house, but
Wow.
he lived below the poverty line, so it was hard for him to save for an actual house.
Yeah.
And houses, they go for, like, like in that area is probably like from 300 to 400K. And
Yep.
if you're lucky to find it at that price. So now he's actually living in a house that he never expected to come into his life. So like, why do I point this out? The reason why I bring this up is because you don't know where your life's gonna go. But like, why did, like the question is that, like, when you think about it, oh, they got the house because my best friend's wife was related to this person that had the money to buy a house, but they didn't have to buy them the house. Like, why did they buy them the house? Well, the reason why the cousin bought them the house was because they took care of the family when no one else would. So sometimes, like, being yourself and, like, being kind to those who you want to be close to, sometimes they can get you a long way. And I'm not basically saying networking and stuff, but like, if you genuinely want to be kind to someone and show that kindness to others, like, it's not gonna, like, obviously it might not lead to a house, but it can lead to something better for you. You never know.
Yeah.
So, like, stuff like that happens. Like, like, sometimes, like, better things happen to people that you never knew would happen. If that's the right way to say it. Like, what do you think about that,
It makes sense
Rainier?
to me. It's all like, you want to approach life without, like, it's kind of like, how can I say it? You always want to be looking for opportunities, but also you just be kind to others. Like, practice the virtues, and
Yeah.
then opportunities pop up because you were kind to others.
Yeah.
Because you were living your life virtuously.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like you get this serendipity.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it kind of applies to, like, the dating stuff that we were talking about before, where it's like,
Absolutely, yeah.
you want to go to a situation not necessarily looking for a date or expecting to come out with a date, but rather, go to an event
Yeah.
that you like and be
Yeah.
yourself, be kind to others,
Yeah.
enjoy, and it just comes.
Yeah, and I think, like, when people meet, like, the people that they fall in love with and probably eventually marry, it wasn't as if, like, they went intentionally to say, "I'm gonna marry this person from day one." It's more like they were being present, and they actually were like, this person seems cool. I want to actually get to know this person. And,
Yeah,
like, they probably didn't have the idea that they were gonna see this person again. And then, lo and behold, like, maybe the person was interested, and they were asking their friend, "Hey, I think the guy that I was talking to, or the girl that I was talking to, was pretty cool. Like, can I get their number?" And that stuff. It's like those small little nuggets that you leave in life, and I think that's where you find out, oh, I'm going this direction. Sometimes you find out that you're going in a certain direction when it's already on the path to being in that vicinity, within your vicinity of sight, Well, it's about that time right here. It's like 10:04, so
Oh, okay.
do you have anything to
Time's
say to
fast.
our global audience before we depart from today's stream?
Just the usual, be yourself and go get them, as they say.
Yeah. And trust me, guys, we will be your cheerleaders in whatever it is you hope to pursue.
And
Because
type in the comment what kind of, about the topic.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are you
Yeah.
going?
Yeah, and if you're watching this on
Type.
YouTube, like,
Exactly.
you could type what you want in the chat here. But if you catch this, like, after the live stream is over, you can basically put it in the comments down below. You can basically tell us, like,
Would
what do you
be
want us to talk
interested.
about next, or or
you.
just like your own story. We would like to read the stories that you guys are going through and what you guys are hoping to overcome, or what you guys do plan to overcome, and how you plan out your victory dance as well. All right. So
Alright, Peter, that was fun.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And always remember, guys, everyone is precious. You guys are just as precious as everyone else. And we will see Rainier and I will catch you in the next podcast, probably the next second Monday.
Second Monday,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And but I will catch you guys probably on Wednesday for just getting back into just streaming, Lost in Random, because we still have to finish that game. So, yeah, guys. So take care of yourselves, and always remember, everyone is precious, and never forget that you're just as precious as everyone else. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.